Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking with Serena Vacca at Sorrento, Sant'Anna Institute in Sorrento. My name is Jenny, so basically I'm a peer advisor here at CIS, which means that I advise students. I'm actually still a student. I attend UMass Amherst. Hi Serena.
Hello anyone. Hi.
Hello. So I was just kind of talking about myself real quick.
No problem. Please go on, don't worry.
Okay, perfect. So I'm a UMass student and I work at CIS abroad now. I went abroad with CIS last spring to Sorrento, and that's where Serena is calling from right now. We're going to be speaking with Serena Vacca at Sant'Anna Institute. Basically, as a peer advisor here at CIS, I like to describe myself as kind of an emotional support animal because there are kids who come to us and are very nervous and scared and have a lot of questions about what is it like what is the experience like? What's it like to travel? What's the budget like? And they have all these questions, and I basically am like, calm down, we can do this, and we figure out a plan together. So that's kind of my role here at CIS. So today we're going to be talking with Serena, like I said, at Sant'Anna Institute in Sorrento, Italy. So now, Serena, I guess you can introduce yourself and speak a little bit about what you do at Sant'Anna.
Sure. Of course. So at Sant'Anna, I'm the study abroad coordinator. I've been working there for almost 8 years now. So I oversee all that concerns study abroad students since their first inquiry to our programs until their arrival here, housing, classes, really everything related to the study abroad experience. And I'm also the site director for CIS in Sorrento. So yeah, I love working with students.
Yes, for sure. That's one thing we have in common then. I mean, as a student, but yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're going to talk a little bit about the program in Sorrento. It's really growing since the last time I went there in last spring. From what I've understood, the summer program is coming up pretty quickly, and it's going to be a pretty big program.
It is.
So could you just talk a little bit about the arrival process for students and what it's like when they first arrive at the airport in Naples, like pickup and stuff?
Sure. So most students get into Naples Airport, which is about 1 hour drive from Sorrento. Sant'Anna student at the airport, we have our driver that pick the students up, as well as some of our representatives that meet there at the airport. We drive to Sorrento. It's about a 1 hour drive, and we take them to their accommodation. So either shared apartments or our residence hall or host families, depending on the type of accommodation that they have chosen. And during the first 24 hours, we take them around Sorrento for a walking tour of the town to understand the neighborhood, where to go shopping, to make their groceries. We have an orientation PowerPoint in class to go over the details of the program. And of course, we introduce them to the Italian food culture with a welcome dinner or lunch.
Oh, awesome. Yep. So I remember as a student, I guess I can reflect a little bit on my first experience in Sorrento. So yes, I was picked up from the airport, which was really nice, specifically because I didn't know anything about where I was. I knew zero Italian.
Of course.
So it was definitely really nice to have somebody from CIS and somebody from Sant'Anna to kind of welcome us in there. So I guess when I was there last spring, the only two housing options were to live in the dorms at Sant'Anna and to live with host families. And I now understand that the program's so big, now there's apartments and stuff. So could you go over a little bit about the housing situations that are available? Yeah.
Sure. Of course. So we do also have shared apartments in town, which has more or less the same features as the residence hall, meaning that we have double and triple bedrooms with bathroom and a common area with kitchen and living room. All our accommodation have Wi-Fi and air conditioning, as well as laundry facilities, and they are all at a walking distance to Sant'Anna. So even if the residence hall is right above the classrooms, even the shared apartments anyway are at a walking distance, meaning maximum 20 minutes walking to the school. And they are located in different neighborhoods. No, not at all. Sorrento is a pretty neat community, so not super big, and students can really walk everywhere.
Yes, for sure. I remember, walking past, the Mediterranean, and then you see Vesuvius in the background, so it's really not a bad walk, and I can comment on that personally. So I miss it compared to my walk in New England now, where it's 20 degrees all the time.
And
quite
as
a
you
group
may
there.
remember, some of the rooms also do have sea view, even from, classrooms and
Yes.
bedrooms, because they're located just above Marina Grande, the fishing village, and overlooking the Bay of Naples.
Yeah, I had one of those rooms that looked over towards the
Wow.
water, and oh my gosh.
I'm sorry
the
it's
most-
dark now because it's 7:30 p.m., but I have
Yeah.
some good
A wonderful
view even from
sunset,
here.
I
Yeah.
said. Yes, oh my gosh. I have so many pictures on my phone of just the sunsets out the window. It's unbelievable.
To come back.
Oh, I know. It's on my to-do list. So I guess we can talk a little bit about the campus itself and the city center of Sorrento. What are some of your favorite parts of Sorrento that you would advise students to see or, eat even?
For sure, Marina Grande, which is, as I said, the fishing village, the old fishing village of the town. It was also the old port. Now the port moved to the other beach. Marina Grande is a very lively place, especially in summer. It's full of super nice restaurant with fresh seafood, which is, always good.
Yes.
And from there, you can take so many excursions, kayaking, you can, just swim, you can relax. And since it is so close to the school, students just love to go there in between classes and relax.
Yes.
And another nice thing about Sorrento is that everything is very close, even nice cultural sites like Pompeii, Herculaneum, even Mount Vesuvius. It's very, very close to Sant'Anna, but very close to Sorrento. So even on a day trip, students can go and visit the surroundings. You were also asking about favorite food, you said?
Yeah.
Or places to
Yes.
eat? For sure, my favorite food is for sure pizza. I'm a huge pizza eater.
Yes.
And there are plenty of super good places around Sorrento. But I also love
for sure.
seafood, and spaghetti with clams is another one of my favorite dishes, which is pretty common in the area as well.
Yes, I remember having several dishes with mussels, and they were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Especially when I went to the nearby town. For those of you interested in Sorrento, it's on the coastline, and then I guess we can talk a little bit about the Amalfi Coast too, just because there's so
Of
much
course,
to see
sure. How could I
around
forget about the Amalfi Coast?
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
So it's about 1 hour drive from Sorrento, and it's that one is the Gulf of Salerno, so it's the other Gulf in the area, and the Amalfi Coast has a spectacular view. Even the drive to get there is amazing. And there are three main towns, Amalfi, Positano, and Ravello, that make the Amalfi Coast. And generally, students always visit these towns during their study abroad time in Sorrento. It's, as I said, very easy to get to. There's a bus that leaves from the bus station in Sorrento, and you can get a daily ticket where you can explore all the towns.
Yes.
I just lost you for a moment, so I don't know if you asked me anything.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yep. Keep going. If you're
No
if you're going, just keep going. Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So, another thing that I want to talk about, in addition to like what campus life is like, is the expenses. So I know students have to pay through CIS abroad. Can you say a little bit more about specifically in Sorrento what the money goes towards and what especially like food looks like? Like, do students have to make their own food?
So since accommodation that we offer to the students, they have access to a common kitchen. For sure, they save some money because they don't always eat out. For sure, cooking their own meals is definitely cheaper than eating out every night. They go and buy their shopping at the grocery. They go to the butchers, to the fish market to buy their stuff and to cook with. But anyways, if they eat out, there's a variety of places from the cheaper ones to the most expensive places to eat out. So it's pretty affordable. And what we have heard from the students is that the life here in Toronto is definitely cheaper than back in the States. So I don't know if you can give your an idea, and if you can agree on that.
Yes, so I really agree with that. I definitely found that there's a range of grocery stores and a lot of, pretty much everything is like locally sourced, which is really nice,
Yeah.
especially because here in the US, of course, everything's like manufactured.
Chain, yeah,
from
it's
places.
chain shops,
Yeah.
yeah.
But there are definitely these little like hole in the wall grocery stores that you can go and you can find some really good pasta and stuff to make on your own. I personally
And
didn't
even
come to
if you think-
Sorrento. Sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
even if you think like a coffee just costs 90 cents,
Yeah.
you know, it's different from the coffee that Americans are used to,
Oh, yes.
but it's our typical coffee. We drink like 4 or 5 cups of espresso a day.
Which is definitely different from
Yeah.
like my Dunkin' Donuts. Like that's
But it
what I
keeps
got
you
here.
up for the whole day.
Yes, exactly. And I can say personally, I didn't come to Sorrento with a huge budget. So for people who are like concerned about budgets, it's definitely manageable, especially, you know, obviously you just have your common sense. Don't go out to eat every night. But the kitchens are really nice and you have a lot of the stuff there ready for you. Like you have your pots and pans and your utensils. So you don't have to buy anything once you get there. You're just responsible for the food and it's pretty manageable. The prices are really reasonable there. So it's definitely manageable on a low budget, which is what I went with.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah, thank you, Jenny.
Yes. So what do you think students like most about studying in Sorrento?
I think the fact that Sorrento itself is our campus. It's not only like the classroom where we are in, because first of all, we really support experiential learning. And every class has a component outdoors, in town, in the surrounding area. So for example, with the archaeology class, we go and visit Pompeii, Herculaneum, the archaeological museum, Naples, or with the marine biology class, we go and visit the marine protected area, the turtles rescue center. With volcanology, of course, we go and climb on Vesuvius. With the history of the mafia, we go and visit Naples and the areas where actually the mafia was born. So I think this is literally the best experience for the students, learning not only on the books, but really in the real life. Especially, you know, for subjects like volcanology or marine biology that are really, even archaeology that are really typical of the area.
Yeah, I took marine biology. I can speak a little bit about that. I took marine biology, and I'm a communication student, so marine biology was just for fun for me. But we did do snorkeling, so that was something that was definitely incredible. That as a class, we got to go snorkeling near Sorrento. That was so cool.
And I think another thing is that. Sorry, I think the other thing that makes Sorrento special is that we are a small community where everybody knows each other. Students can get really into the community, get to know locals. When they pass in front of the grocery stores at the end of their stay, they know everyone. So the immersion that the students can
for sure.
Sorry, the students become one of us, one of our big family.
I can definitely resonate with that because I do have some friends who studied abroad in Florence and in Rome where it's a little bit bigger. And it's definitely a totally different vibe compared to Sorrento where it is mostly natives that live there. And there's not, you know, at least in the semester that I was there, you know, in the colder months, there's not too much tourism. So watching the city, like you kind of get to know, well, it's small. And then watching it kind of blossom throughout the semester was so cool. Because by the end there are a lot of tourists, but it's a lot of forests, which is cool.
And that's actually the reverse in the fall.
Yep, where it starts big tourism and then probably gets a little bit smaller.
Yeah, but also with the Christmas magic, with the magic of Christmas lights, the huge Christmas tree, it's really magic.
Love the tree. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It was there for
remember it.
month that I was there. Yeah, it was awesome. So we actually have a question from Emma. Are there any sufficient options for vegetarians? So can you talk a little bit about, well, I guess.
Of course.
Yeah.
So first of all, when you are eating out, for sure, there will be many options. But especially keep in mind that here in our supermarkets, grocery stores and restaurants, you'll find always fresh vegetables. We also have some veggies that we pick from our garden at school. So it will be super easy for you to cook your own vegetarian meals, but also to eat out and with vegetarian options.
I remember waking up and coming downstairs into the kitchen and there were always like fresh oranges for us, which was awesome. So there is, I can vouch for that personally. definitely.
And you know, students can also go and pick oranges and lemons from our garden, from our trees. They're more than welcome to.
Yes, it's awesome. It's definitely really nice having a garden right outside your school.
Yeah.
It always smells nice. Like it always smells of flowers and citrus fruit, so it's awesome. So I want to talk a little bit about traveling outside of Italy.
Yes.
So can students do this after the program ends? And what is it like for, weekend travel? What places you
Of course. So in semester, we try to concentrate classes from Monday to Thursday, leaving students free on Fridays. So they have the long weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to travel. while we encourage them to travel within Italy, we also found that students travel a lot in Europe during the weekend as well. From the airport in Naples, which is only 1 hour ride from Sorrento.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to find flights to really fly all over Europe. There are low-cost companies that fly out of Naples, but also for travels within Italy, Italy is served by a very good system of high-speed trains. So it's super easy to, spend the weekend in Rome or in Florence. From Naples to Rome, it's a 1 hour train. From Naples to Florence, 2 hours and a half. So it's super convenient for students. But I have to say that whenever students go and travel, they love to come back because they really feel Sorrento is their own home.
Yes.
So that's really rewarding for us.
And definitely something that I recommend for students looking to go to Sorrento is a lot of people, go to study abroad and they're like, oh, well, I got to see everything at once. And that's totally not true. Like, there's no way you can see every city in Europe, obviously, while you're there for months.
Of course.
But it's still pretty easy to travel as long as you plan it. And it's pretty cheap to travel. It's not like the US where plane tickets are like $200, $300. It's like, I found some cheap flights for like $40 to $50 even.
Correct.
That are pretty easy to use. So it is affordable for sure.
And the sooner you book, of course, the best rates you get.
Yes. So we have one more question from Abby, and then I'll let you go, Serena.
No problem.
A little bit about internship opportunities in Sorrento.
Of course. So we also, as you were saying, we offer internship for credit. So it's part of the course load the student would take, and they can take internships for 3 or 6 credits in a variety of fields, such as business, marketing, communication, natural and social sciences. It's literally a variety of sectors, art, and it really depends on the field of study of the student or on their major. Generally, students that take a 3-credit internship have to do 150 hours for their internship. That counts towards their internship, and we follow the student on every task and every project for the internship. We introduce them to the employer. We meet them weekly to go over topics related to their projects. And we have them meet all together as a group in meetings called LEAD, where we cover problem solving, communication, difficulties that they encounter during their experience. So at the end, they also have to realize a final presentation and an e-portfolio, which is really what makes the difference, meaning that adding this experience into their CV, into their resume, really is going to make a difference when doing a job interview.
Exactly. And that's one point that I like to talk about with students that I'm advising is a lot of students are thrown off that it's unpaid. But at the same time, you're going to get internship experience, which is huge. Experience matters way more than pay.
Of course,
when it comes to getting a job after college. And additionally, like showing that you've interned in Italy is very impressive. So I definitely recommend it. I personally did not intern in Sorrento, but I think looking back on it, I wish that I had. Do students usually intern and take credits on top of it, like take courses on top of that?
Yes, in semesters, yes. Because the internship really counts as if they were taking one class, so they can do one internship and then add 4 more classes. While in summer, they can either do only the internship or an internship plus a class. Yeah. Okay, sounds awesome. I'm so jealous that you're still at Sorrento and I'm not anymore. You don't need to come back, Jenny. I know, I need to visit. I know. I'm like, I need to talk to CIS and be like, I need to go back. Well, thank you so much for Thank
answering
you,
all of the
Jenny. Thank you,
questions and
everyone.
being here for us. Yeah, it's awesome. It's definitely nice
You're welcome.
being able to speak to our site directors there in Italy.
Thank you.
So
Enjoy
thank you
your
so
day.
much. Yes, you too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, guys.